Successful Living is brought to you by Shoreham Bank. With interest rates dropping, you may be wondering what that means for you. Here to tell us how interest rates are affecting homeowners is Kevin Roche, Senior Vice President of Residential Origination at Shoreham Bank. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good to see you, buddy.
Good seeing you.
All right, so we were just talking. We were having a big discussion here a little while ago. What this means because the Fed has dropped rates by a half point.
Correct. Yeah. So a few weeks ago, the Feds dropped the interest rates, which was obviously created a huge buzz in the market. Mortgage rates actually dropped about 3 or 4 weeks before that, so that usually happens. The mortgage interest rates usually predates the actual Fed announcement. So yeah, so everything's a 0.5% cheaper, which is making things more affordable. Applications are up 10%, inventory is up 10%, so it's creating a much needed buzz. We had that 2.5-year lull in the market, so things are good.
And I know for months now there's been rumors that they would be dropping, the interest rates, and I'm sure people have been gearing up looking at how much they're paying for homes.
Correct.
And saying, look, I can probably save money if these rates do go down, and I'm sure they're knocking on your door.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's all about the monthly payment. So that house that in the spring that was maybe right outside of your price range is now directly in your price range, or maybe even below your price range. Or that payment that seemed unaffordable is now on average about $250 cheaper. So that's encouraging for people that are out there shopping. It's getting a lot of people off the sidelines and back into the market.
Which is a good thing. So if someone is watching, how do they know if now is the right time to, if it's going to, help them out if they refinance?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's situation is different. Like snowflakes, everything's a little bit different, right? So it all depends on their particular situation. So they should reach out to their local bank or their local lender and talk to somebody and talk about, it all depends on what they're paying now, what they could be paying. Is it the right decision for them right now? And they want to look at, a lot of different factors. What kind of a loan do I have? Am I paying mortgage insurance? Can I get that mortgage insurance reduced or even eliminated?
Right.
So there's a lot of different factors, but at the end of the day, you want to save, right? So you want to save a couple $100s a month. You want to make sure you're going to be in that home for at least a year or two to make it worth your while. Because if you're going to sell short term, probably not worth it to refinance right now.
So if homeowners are thinking about doing this, what kind of things do they need to prepare to come to see you folks?
It starts with paying your bills on time.
Well, I think that is all the time.
It is. It starts there. The credit qualifying piece is not changed. The more responsible you are paying your bills, the better your interest rate's going to be, the lower the monthly payment's going to be. I mean, it really trickles down. So it starts with paying your bills. And then, also if you are thinking about refinancing, try to figure out what exactly you want to do with the refinance. Is it simply lower your monthly payment? Do you want to pull some cash out for some bill consolidation or home improvements? Because you don't want to do it once. You don't want to do it multiple times a year. So when you try to do it once or twice in a lifetime.
Yeah, because there are costs that go along with all of this stuff too.
Yeah.
So homeowners may be sitting around and looking at the house and going, look, we like living here, but we want to do something to the place.
Yes.
Yeah, that can work in their favor as well.
It can work in their favor. So equity right now is at an all-time high. So market values are up. Interest rates are starting to come down, which is a really, really good thing for homeowners. So if they want to refinance and pull some cash out to do some renovations, they can do it multiple ways. They can do a cash out refinance where they refinance their first mortgage add-on. They can do a home equity loan, which is usually a lot cheaper if they're going to do a smaller project. And if that's not an option, if they don't have any equity in the property, there's a product out there that Shoreham Bank offers called the Title I Home Improvement Loan, which is basically designed for people that don't have a lot of equity in their home. So, which is good. If you just bought the house and you only put down 3 or 5%, you might not have equity built up in the house just yet.
Right.
So this product is designed for people that want to do strictly home improvements. You can't go on vacation or buy a car with it. But if you're looking to, invest back into the house, I am sure. But if you're looking to invest back into the property, the Title I Home Improvement Loan is designed just for that. So
and have you seen a lot of people coming to maybe just to refinance the house or put money back into the house as far as like doing things over to the house? Maybe the kitchen needs to be done or things like that.
Yeah, we're seeing a combination of, a typical cash out refinance usually is paying off a first mortgage, maybe a home equity loan, and then taking out additional cash for some additional projects. People are investing in their current property versus going out and, unless they have to move. They're investing in their primary residence.
Got it. And if folks want to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
So we have 9 locations throughout Rhode Island and Massachusetts. They can visit any one of those locations. It's on our website. Obviously, they could always call us at 739-8800. And our website is shoreham.bank. And that's a very easy website to navigate through. They can pick and choose what product they're interested in and click apply now.
Good stuff. He says you can't take a vacation.
You cannot take, well.
Well, who knows? This segment was brought to you by Shoreham Bank, and we have more successful living advice on our website. All you got to do is head on over to roadshow.com.